Okay. All right, so one of the questions, it's a very good question. We talked about this in clinic yesterday, but let's do it again this morning, and we'll see if we get a good recording. Dr. Rutledge, you've only been doing this mini-gastric bypass for 10 years. What's the deal long-term? And do we know what happens long-term? And the answer is we know absolutely what happens long-term, because the mini-gastric bypass is just a made-up name for a real medical term. The real medical term for this surgery is, as we just said a minute ago, a Billroth 2 loop gastro-jejunostomy. And because that's kind of a mouthful, we abbreviated it as mini-gastric bypass. The Billroth 2 loop gastro-jejunostomy, though, has been around for over 100 years. It was first invented by a guy named Theodore Billroth, and it was the second one he invented, because the first one's called the Billroth 1, but the Billroth 2 was invented so long ago that when it was invented in the 1890s, Billroth operated without gloves and without a mask. It was that long ago. And that's when doctors wore black coats so that when they finished their surgery, they could just wipe their hands on their black coats. Okay, I'm grossed out. It turns out that this surgery has been done for 100 years. It's mostly been done for ulcer disease, stomach cancer, gunshot wounds like I talked about, trauma, things like that. And we know about it as much as we know about anything that's ever been done as far as surgery in people, because it's one of the first surgeries done since the development of surgery inside the abdomen. And what we know about it is what we've been telling you about the MGB, which is it's a very good surgery, it's very safe, but not by any means perfect. And it has some long-term risks, and hopefully I said this enough yesterday when we said it in clinic. The number one long-term risk that we see with this surgery are ulcers and gastritis. And that's why we tell you, don't take aspirin, don't drink alcohol, eat a healthy diet, take your Tums, those kinds of things, because they help protect against ulcers and the complications that we know can come from the Billroth 2 over the ensuing decades in which you're going to have your MGB. We also know that when you bypass the upper gut, whether it's the regular bypass or ours, that you can decrease the absorption of iron and some other vitamins and minerals in some patients. And of course, that's why we tell you, take your vitamins. Instead of 1 a day, we recommend 3 a day. And once a year, get your blood tested, because we found that occasionally people can get other oddball insufficiencies. Okay? So those are the long-term results of this surgery, and we know about it absolutely in detail because this surgery has been done for over 100 years for all kinds of other things. What we've done differently is now we do it laparoscopically in just a few minutes, and we use it as the connection for weight loss surgery instead of for stomach ulcers or gastric cancer or trauma or things like that. And that's really the only difference, other than the fact that we felt like advertising the Billroth 2 loop gastro-jejunostomy bypass was going to be more than we could fit on the head of our website.